Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear friends and family, today at this moment I gonna talk about the importance of listening. Listening has vast amount of importance. We can't deny the importance of listening. Maybe you wanna be a speaker in English. First of all, you have to listen a lot. We can't deny the importance of listening. This is the first step to learn a new language. Just think it. When we were a little child, there was a time we didn't know much amount of grammatical rules. But right now we know a lots of grammatical rules. But we can't speak fluently. What's the matter? When we were a child of 1 year or 2 years, that was the time we listened a lot from our native people, from our family members, from our neighbors, from our mom and dads. And then we learned how to make sentences, and we learned some vocabularies. We learned sentence making structure. We learned communication gesture. We learned how to communicate. We learned how to express feelings, how to ask something. We learned how to talk to others. And now, at this stage, till now, we are fluent in Bengali language, that means our mother tongue. The most important lesson we got from here, that is, when we were a little child, we listened a lot, as much as possible, for ourselves. We learned, we listened from our surrounded area, our residential area actually. And then after a long period of time, right now we are fluent in Bengali language. And now we want to learn spoken English. English is the second language for us. Already we know our language and we are much more fluent in Bengali. And we want to be a good speaker in English, and we want to be fluent in English. What should we do first? We have to go backward. When we were a child, we listened a lot from our family members, we listened a lot from our neighbors, we listened a lot from our mom and dad. But the saddest matter is that there are no environment in English. But when we were a child, that was the time we had an environment where everybody talked in Bengali language. But right now we want to learn English language, but we don't have this kind of environment. What should I do at this stage? Okay, dear brothers and sisters, at this stage, if we want to learn spoken English, we have to make an environment where everything will be in English. Maybe it is so tough for you to make an environment where everything will be English, because we are Bengali people. How can you make an environment where everything will be English? Maybe you are operating your mobile phone. First of all, you have to turn everything into English. That means your settings, your applications, everything will be English. Your number list, your everything actually, everything will be in English. Then maybe you are operating social media. You can post everything in English. You can write something in English. You can say voice messages in English. You can watch videos in YouTube, yeah, and those videos will be in English. Maybe you have an intention or you have a passion to watch traveling video. You can watch traveling videos. Maybe you have an intention to learn cooking. You wanna be a chef. You can watch videos who are teaching cooking. Almost everything will be in English, yeah. And the most important thing, first of all, you will not be able to understand native speaker. At this stage, what should you do? Maybe you should listen Indian lecture. Indian lecture, they are not comes from native, but they can speak English fluently. First of all, you don't need to be a native speaker. First of all, you have to be a speaker who can express everything in English. You don't need to be a native speaker. You don't need to talk like native speaker. But it is not possible for you at a time or overnight. It takes time to be a speaker like native. That's why you have to have passion. You have to practice, keep going on everything. And if you practice for a certain period of time, for a long time, maybe you will be able to express everything like a native speaker. You will be a fluent speaker. You are watching myself. I'm not that much pretty well speaker, but I am trying to improve my speaking skill every single day, and I am following those things. Maybe I used to read books. Yeah, maybe I used to read books. When I got such kind of English books, I tried to read once. But once I went to the rooftop of my house. That was the time I felt the lack of confidence, the lack of vocabularies, the lack of real life conversation, the lack of confidence, fear, and everything. Actually, I didn't express a single word. I didn't express the entire situation. That's why he did a plan that I have to listen. It is not important to learn as much as possible myself, but it is important to say as much as possible for myself, as much as possible to hear, as much as possible to listen from English videos. If I listen a lot, it will make me more confidence. If I speaking a lot, maybe it will make me more confidence than this time. And this is the most important thing. A little baby or a little kids can be a fluent speaker by hearing. Why we not? Why we are not? We have to listen a lot. We have to understand what are they saying to. If we can understand themselves, then we will be able to understand others. But if we don't understand ourselves first, it is not possible to understand others. Okay, dear brothers and sisters, maybe you are realizing that is how much important is listening. Maybe I understand, that's why I am listening a lot. Whenever I get free time, I try to best use the time. You can listen a lot, brothers and sisters. Okay, thank you all for hearing me till now. Who are watching me till now, please subscribe my channel. I will upload many videos in English, inshallah, in future. Not immediately, but definitely. I wanna share with you whatever I know till now, everything almost. And I have a plan to make videos on basic grammatical rules, and I will start it within some days. Within a few days, I will start start to teach basic grammatical rule, inshallah. Okay, the brothers and sisters, maybe you learned something new from myself. Please, if you got benefited, please subscribe to my channel. Allah Hafiz.